biggest of stages.
Okay, now that we know.
Well, another highlight for the real DC as we get the UFC welterweight division matchup.
You ready? Okay, you ready?
Dateline, Anaheim, California, USA. Good to have you with us inside Honda Center tonight. This has become an annual stop for the MMA leader, and there have been any number of signature performances that have gone down inside these buildings.
I'm not sure any place has had more title changes than the Honda Center, especially in the heavyweight division. A great place for heavyweight fights, but if you go in as the champion, just know on most nights that belt's going in the opposite direction.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman. Sneaky head kick.
Whoa!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
I mean, can you imagine having a reach advantage like this? What a luxury!
It's a luxury. I've never had one over the course of my entire career. But fighting guys that are taller, you struggle whenever they are very aware of such a massive advantage. This guy is going to try and use this tonight.
And he landed the right hand there. Oh, the kickboxing chops on full display with that offering. Nicely done.
Beautiful kick landed by this man.
Lee going for the body kick there, but he misses. No setup whatsoever there. Strong defense there to block the shot. Nice instincts. The left punch is true. Now the right hand.
Leg kick.
And both guys really throwing with authority. Oh, nice punch there by Iaquinta. Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots.
Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
Oh, huge kick. Oh!
Oh, both landed.
Oh, straight right.
Dig and kick.
Oh, big roundhouse attempt, but unable to land.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Strong kick to the outside of that lead leg for him there. You do not want to eat too many of those.
No, you can't. He does not wind up on that kick, but he somehow is managing to land it with so much force.
Just out of range with that left hook. Lee gets caught with that punch. He's treading water now. Got to find a way to move those feet. Iaquinta's shot is blocked.
Nice leg kick. That right hand hurt him a little bit. Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Wow, that right punch has been the money weapon for him tonight, and he landed it again there.
If his opponent does not change something, he will continue to throw the strike until he makes him stop throwing.
Lee's kick to the body is blocked.
Very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Lee gets caught with that punch. His chin is held up thus far. Got to shore up the defense here, though. Big knee there to the chest. Oh, really making good use of his reach advantage as he lands the straight punch there. Oh, that left hand is on point.
Oh!
Final seconds of round one.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Horn sounds for the end of round one. All right, there's the end of the round, so it was a huge strike to the head that stunned his opponent and nearly got him out of it.
Yeah, that was a big moment. A big strike lands, his opponent's on wobbly legs. That is exactly what you want to see as you're walking back to your stool. Your opponent staggering back to his corner and being hopeful that he can get it back together before the start of the next round.
Okay, round two, you ready? You ready? Let's go,
Nice head kick.
All right, well, he's landed some good shots tonight, but there's no three-piece, there's no soda. More often than not, it's one and done.
He's not even getting a combination. I mean, if you're gonna sit there at the drive-thru, order a combination, take the soda with your food, give him the right hand behind the jab, give him the hook behind the right hand, jab, right hand, hook. That's 2 pieces of chicken and a biscuit. Finish him off with the uppercut. That is your soda. I mean, come on, man. Let this guy have the whole thing.
Back and forth we go here.
Good punch. Ooh, head kick lands. He's hurt. You got him whip his hip into that kick.
Oh, spinning back fist. He didn't telegraph that one at all. He's looking for that left hand. Not there.
Big head kick. Nice strike.
Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there. Oh, big right hand, yes. Left punch followed by a right. Nice 1-2 there by Lee. 3 minutes now to go in this one. Oh, big kick lands flush. Well, we talked about his reach advantage off the top. Made good use of it there with that punch, DC.
Head kick.
Trying to inflict some damage here, but misses with the kick. So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round two. That kick blocked by Iaquinta.
Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Oh!
More than one. Punches and bunches.
Effective strike there by Lee. Well, no surprises. He connects once again, and that looked like it landed right on that.
Right on the cut, and he's targeting it, right? He's looking. You can see him almost putting a laser beam on that cut and just putting his hands on it. It doesn't take much. He just keeps making it split, showing his opponent that he has no mercy.
Keep doing it.
Oh, blocks the shot. splits the guard leg. Over the top. This fight's going to be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly. He's got to be careful dipping his head when he's throwing that jab.
Oh! Iaquinta's kick is blocked.
Big kick lands.
Oh, he just continues to pour it on. He has been aggressive all night long with his striking. Got to be careful here to not empty the gas tank. So far, so good, though, in this round. Throws a big right hand, but doesn't find its home. And that's the end of round number 2. All right, so there's the end of the round, and the tide has officially turned. A huge head strike to stun his opponent. We'll see which corner can adjust here moving forward.
I mean, they've got to be celebrating. They've got to be happy. Everything's working. But the other side has to be concerned. They have to figure something out, make some sort of adjustment to try to change the tide of this fight.
You ready? You ready?
Third round underway. Well, you saw us reference it in the tail of the tape, DC. He's got the reach advantage and certainly made good use of it there in landing that jab. Well, he continues to land a high number of strikes here, just like he did in the previous round. This is a world-class display of striking here tonight. Oh, and he lands a punch there. Good connection by him on that.
Great connect, so fast, so accurate. And watch the ability to land from anywhere.
Oh, that straight punch is going to be a real problem if they can't make the adjustment.
A real problem. He needs to move his head defensively if he's going to avoid getting hit so many times to the face.
Beautiful technique on the straight right hand.
Nice.
Back and forth we go.
What a tricky head kick.
Just out of range with the big right hand.
Beautiful body kick.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier rounds, making up for lost time here. Oh, vicious kick to the outside of that lead leg. You got to start checking these, man.
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Just over 3 minutes to go.
Oh. That one snuck in. Nice right.
Oh! Nice defense there. Huge block. And he's looking for that left hand. Just missed. Oh! That is his biggest strike as he has landed thus far tonight.
Big, massive shot lands. Look at how tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight.
Well, you've got to admire the urgency here. He is trying to keep the judges out of it, lighten up his opponent left and right.
Let's go. Keep pushing forward.
Went for the inside leg kick.
Nice, sneaky head kick. Nice punch lands.
Punch is blocked. Maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
Lee gets hit with a kick. That one appeared to land flush. His leg is hurt here. You can see him limping a little bit. Nice knee. Oh, big knee.
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Don't finish this fight.
Oh, big left hook there.
Both of these gentlemen are putting it on the line. Big kick land.
Huge block there. Oh, there he goes, attacking that lead leg to the outside. Nasty kick there.
Nasty leg kicks. You gotta slow down your opponent. He knew his opponent wanted to move a lot tonight. This is the first step in getting him to slow down and fight at your pace. Look at him drive his shin. This might be the biggest shot of this entire fight. He lands a massive hook to put his opponent on wobbly legs. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Oh, you go!
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, he might be out. Tries the flying knee to no avail. What a round! All right, so there's the end of the round as we show you some of the highlights, DC, and there was a big knockdown there. Thought he might get the finish. We'll see if he gets it in the next round.
Well, if he lands that shot again, it will be over. It will be a finish. You don't recover from two of those types of strikes. He found the right moment, he found the opening, and landed that big strike.
You ready? You ready? Let's go fight.
Lee's head kick is blocked, so no damage inflicted there. Body kick now by Iaquinta.
He loaded up there on that high kick. Can't take many of those, you better check.
Oh, big left. Oh, lands a stiff punch there, nice connection.
Oh, nice land. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too, doesn't seem to be slowing down whatsoever.
Don't stop, don't stop. Hands going. Push the leg. Get in there.
Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Iaquinta. Well, the right hand has been there at times. He's thrown tonight.
The biggest shot that he's landed all night. A massive uppercut land. They got him. You gotta check these low leg kicks.
Oh, that's the break the score. How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. It might not be over now, but it's gonna be over very soon.
Back and forth we go. Oh, straight right.
Ooh, what a punch.
All right, so he's landed some good shots. You hate to be overly critical, but nothing really in terms of combinations tonight.
Well, the jab has been looking great. But how about jab, jab, right hand?
Right.
Because eventually you're going to have to put something on your opponent that's going to really make him pause. I believe the jab has been working so well, if he drops a big right hand after it, he may be able to finish his fight. You don't know when that leg kick's coming.
Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. Oh!
Big knee to the body. trying to go to the body here, unable to find the target.
You take more of these leg kicks, you will not be able to be very active on your feet.
Relax, relax.
Oh!
He's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad. Look at the force behind that leg kick.
Nice punch there by Iaquinta. Again, going back to the jab just out of range.
Let's focus now.
Punch coming, it's blocked. Right idea, poor execution. The counter right, no good. Well, looks as though his leg is hurt here. You can even see him limping a little bit. Just misses there with the left. He's out!
He's done. He's done. Oh, my goodness. What a fight.
You knew if he landed that weapon repeatedly, it could be a short night for his opponent, but that was just one perfectly placed strike that his opponent candidly didn't even see coming. It landed flush, and the rest, as they say, is history. Big knockout win for him here tonight. All right, we'll take a look back at the highlights. You know we're going to find that nasty head kick somewhere in this highlight rip. Just an incredible result for him here tonight.
A very nice.
And Yoel Romero.
Ready? You ready to fight?
All right, here we are at Honda Center in Anaheim, California, and every time I walk into this venue, I can't help but think back to UFC 157 in 2013. The night women were finally welcomed inside the octagon, and good to be back here, obviously, in a venue that has a lot of history.
A lot of history for sport, but the biggest night in women's mixed martial arts history. Ronda Rousey defended her title against Lee Hoy-chuen. Was a fantastic night, and it showed that night that women could headline shows in main events and bring the fans as well as anyone else in mixed martial arts.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by this gentleman.
Able to check that kick as well. Just missed with the leg kick.
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. That one was going to end the fight.
Yep. Well, it's one thing to have length, it's another thing to use it, and he does it as well as anyone. Nice kick there by Lee.
Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one?
Oh, he gets tagged again. Nice combination.
Beautiful leg kick thrown.
Oh, a huge block there. Nice job by Romero there on the feet, not only sticking, but moving to avoid the counterattack coming back.
It's the head movement. It's the athleticism of Yoel Romero that allows him to be standing there flat-footed and just get out of the way whenever you try to hit him. He's always been a phenomenal athlete, and he continues to be that even as he's aged.
Just over 3 minutes to go, round one.
What a punch.
So just over 20 total strikes and counting have already found the mark for Yoel Romero. Beautiful straight punch there. His boxing fundamentals are just so clean.
Oh, he looks so sharp tonight. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick. Came those inches right there, boy. Wow. It was a good night if that landed. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Lee gets caught with that punch. Not the easiest guy in the world to hit, but he got caught there. All right, so he continues to use his jab effectively here, DC. He gets that hand to the target pretty quick.
I mean, just right away, blasting the jab after jab after jab. He's a phenomenal boxer with a vast understanding of fighting behind that educated jab.
Connects with a right. Just missing on the uppercut there. Well, DC, headgear's not allowed, but he has raised the hands, and he's doing a nice job protecting the dome.
He's doing a great job of blocking his head. A lot of times, those shots to the head will knock you out. Not this time. This guy's making sure nothing lands.
Romero gets hit with a kick. And just misses with that big right hand.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Ooh-wee!
Ooh-wee, what a right hand by this young man.
All right, so he lands another hook there. He's already landed several in the round, really starting to find some consistency with that weapon.
He's finding a hole for that hook. He does a phenomenal job of keeping the elbow tight, really twisting his hip into that punch.
Continues to mix it up, going to the head, mixing in some body shots.
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Oh, he might be out.
Oh, nice high kick.
Whoa!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Well-placed kick there by Lee. So we've crossed the 30-second mark in our opening round. Romero's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. Pretty good job staying patient as he lands the counter strike there. Strong work by Lee. Oh, spinning back fist. He didn't telegraph that one at all. 10 seconds to go.
Big kick lands.
Back and forth we go here. All right, let's now look back at some of the action from that round. He went headhunting, landed, nearly got the finish too.
A lot of coaches tell you don't headhunt. In this case, he's been headhunting, and he landed a big enough shot to truly put his opponent on notice.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Second round underway. Oh, he landed that knee to the midsection. Gotta think his opponent's gonna feel that one in the morning.
And he's gonna continue to throw that strike because he knows that his opponent can't take many of them. Punch over the top. Over and over, he's landing these big body kicks.
Oh, no wasted motion there. Romero loads up on the right hand and finds the target.
I mean, you watch him. He's knocked out some of the greatest middleweights of all time. Luke Rockhold, Chris Weidman. He's put guys to sleep in a variety of ways, and tonight he does it again.
All right, so the big storyline in this one, his offensive prowess, particularly when it comes to landing those hooks. And I know you like to play Tony Romo. You think he goes back to it here or what?
I am almost certain that he's going to go back to that specific punch because it's landed every time he's thrown it. And as the fight has gone on, it is landing with more force, and his opponent is starting to wear down. So I will not be surprised if we see another one that ends the fight.
Oh, that's a beautiful kick right there. I don't know if you've ever been kicked by a mule. Probably feels something like that.
It has to. This guy is landing this kick with so much force.
How's his opponent still standing?
I mean, I have no idea. This fight is supposed to be over. And it might not be over now, but it's got to be over very soon.
Oh! Going for the spinning side kick to the body, but he missed. Well, if you're sick of us dropping that word hook, don't shoot the messenger, because he throws, and more often than not, he lands just like he did in the previous round. Found a home for it again.
Found a home for it again, and if I'm him, I'm continuing to go to the well. His opponent has not shown an ability to stop him.
Some nice back and forth action here. Effective punch there by Lee.
It's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Oh, a nice straight there by Romero.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Big power shot there. Nice job to raise the guard and block another strike there. He doesn't want the ringside position anywhere near this octagon.
He has to understand that at any moment, if this thing goes down into the eye, the referee and the commission will have to stop the fight. Great job being aware, keeping the hands up and blocking, making sure to minimize the damage to that already cut eye.
Romero's overhand punch to the head doesn't get there, blocked by the defense. Well, a really good second round for him thus far. After a somewhat lackluster first round, he has found the rhythm and found his striking range. Scary proposition for the opponent now here in round 2.
That's a big strike right there.
Trying to go to the body now with the kick. That one misses. Lee's head kick is blocked, so no damage inflicted there. Out of range with that one. This fight's gonna be over, DC.
What a great way of mixing up his attack. He didn't stay the course. He mixed it up. He went high when his opponent thought he was going low, and now he's got him hurt very badly.
So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are gonna take their toll as this fight goes on.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks. That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Pretty significant. Man.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Oh, lands the double jab. Those are going to start to take their effect.
Ooh, head kick lands. He's hurt. Oh, that's a nice strike.
Strong straight left there. There's the kick. It's blocked. Oh, he just continues to pour it on. He has been aggressive all night long with his striking. Got to be careful here to not empty the gas tank. So far, so good, though, in this round. Oh, nice offering there with the knee. He talked to us a lot about that on Thursday. Felt like the knees would be there. It was certainly there on that exchange.
He knew they would be available. He just knew he would have to find the right opportunity and right times to land those strikes.
All right, so there's the horn signifying the end of the round. A stunner there with the head strike midway through. Nearly got him out of there for good.
Almost got him out of there. He hurt him badly. He had his opponent hurt real bad. Now his opponent's walking back to his corner. Everybody looks confused. They don't know what they're supposed to do to try to change the way that this fight is going.
Third round underway. Well, not only has he stayed aggressive as he was in the previous round, landing a high volume of strikes, but he's also been efficient, not just with his strikes, but also with his body movement. Complete performance out of this fighter here tonight.
Nice strike.
Tried to set up the straight left, but he missed. Romero's lower jaw looking extremely swollen now. Much improved defensively as he blocks the shot.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down. Oh, nice. Nice.
Lee gets touched by that leg kick attempt.
Nice straight punch.
Well, the right hand has been there at times, not that time. Oh, buckled him there. Beautiful shot to the body.
Powerful leg kick lands.
Oh, how good is that jab by Lee? All right, so a nice job there defensively to raise the guard and prevent any damage.
Those hands never leave where they're supposed to be. And if you do that, most times you will block the shot that's incoming.
Kick to the body now. That one won't land. Lee gets caught by the solid uppercut there. He's a hard guy to hit. That one certainly found the target.
Ooh, big shot lands.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round 3. Lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night.
Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of urgency that you want to see from a fighter. Take the judges out of it. Yeah, looks a little wobbly on his feet.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. Both of these gentlemen are putting it on the line. Big punch lands through the middle.
And a knee.
That one was thrown. What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish his fight.
Oh, and there he goes again, working off that beautiful jab. He continues to keep his opponent at distance.
I mean, keeps him at bay with that beautiful, precise jab. It is like a piston. It goes in and out, and before his opponent can even realize what hit him.
Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now.
Romero's uppercut, but that one is blocked. Oh! Romero's got a bruise. Oh! And kick home, and now his opponent in a world of trouble.
Such a sneaky head kick. He did not recognize it was coming high, and now he's got him hurt bad. Big leg kick land.
Well, defense doesn't necessarily win championships in MMA, but he's doing a nice job blocking.
He's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him. I mean, look at the commitment to kicking in this fight.
Oh, you gotta like the output here. So aggressive with the strikes. He continues to light him up. Gotta be careful here not to gas out, of course, but you gotta like the offense we're seeing from him, especially in this round. Lee gets caught with that punch. He'd be wise to get those hands up. 30 seconds now to go in the round. Left hand is there for Romero.
Beautiful kick.
His opponent knows where he is.
No, he is on Beach Street right now. He's seeing Tweety birds over the top of his head. When you take a hook like that, you are on wobbly legs.
Oh! What a round. All right, so that's the end of the round. Potential adversity here. He's got a cut on his cheek sustained from that strike in the round. Now the focus becomes maximizing these 60 seconds, shutting that cut and preventing it from becoming a major factor here moving forward. Well, I'm not sure the extent to which he has recovered, but we do see the end of the round. DC, talk us through the replay.
Well, he's a tough guy. He's going to make it to the stool. He's going to survive unless you put him completely out of there. Unfortunately, he's in there with a guy that does have that ability.
Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too, doesn't seem to be slowing down whatsoever.
Real quick leg kick.
Slips.
Big liver kick lands under the elbow. There's no tell on that leg kick. Big punch land.
Good series of kicks by him there, DC. He certainly has that part of his game going tonight.
He's a fantastic kickboxer, but tonight is the kicks that's lead the dance. I mean, he's cutting down the size with these beautiful leg kicks.
Oh, the kickboxing chops on full display with that offering. Nicely done.
Beautiful kick landed by this man.
Oh, he lands another strike to the body, really starting to pile up these body shots here in the latter stages of this fight. You didn't see a lot of that in the earlier round.
Oh. He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Some serious bruising going on in and around that right.
He landed it perfectly. Perfect placement, perfect position. What a huge blow in a big moment in this fight.
Well, he continues to find the openings tonight. Beautiful connection with the punch there.
Accuracy at its best. Head kick.
Throws the right hand there. Just over 3 minutes to go. Lee gets tagged with a kick now. Let's see if he can rally. Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active. Ooh, blocks the shot.
Real sneaky body kick.
Oh, thunderous leg kick rounds his opponent. Tried to stay upright, but man, that changed the complexion of this fight.
Johnny's hurt. He's hurt really badly by that one big leg kick.
That strike blocked by Lee. Oh, huge right hand.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Oh, he might be out. Oh, straight right.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
That punch right there.
It's one thing to land a hard shot. It's another thing completely to land a perfect shot. And that was a perfect shot.
Again, he's looking for that left. It's not there. Romero's strike attempt there is blocked.
Liver kick.
Well, no surprises. He connects once again, and that looked like it landed right on that cut.
Right on the cut. He's targeting it, right? He's looking. You can see him almost.
Oh!
What? Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. Oh! It's over. It's over.
Yeah, that right there is a high-level knockout, ladies and gentlemen. Crowd absolutely loving it. Just a perfect shot to end the fight. Landed flush. I'm not even sure his opponent saw it coming. So a huge, huge win for that young fighter here tonight. Well, another highlight for the real DC as we look back at that scintillating knockout.
Yeah, but the whole fight, he was landing great strikes, kicks, punches. He was doing everything right until eventually he found the shot.
Heavyweight showdown.
You ready? Are you ready?
Well, these guys have been on each other's radars for quite some time. Tonight, it shall be done. Both guys well-rounded. You think we're getting a kickboxing match tonight or what?
You just don't know, right? You don't know who's going to be... Oh!
Oh, really using his reach advantage there with that land, DC.
Big punch lands over the top.
Whoa! Back to the feet. Oh, I love the jab. I know you love the jab. That was a nice one.
It's my favorite punch in all of fighting. That is... Oh, man, this dude is good.
Oh, straight right. Oh!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down now. Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick. They got him.
Kick to the body by Lee.
Powerful leg kick lands.
Oh, nice slip there to avoid the punch by Lee. Nice connection with a punch there. It's hard to recall a time in the past that his boxing looked this sharp.
He's never looked this good.
Oh, massive head kick there. We'll see if he can finish. Tags him with the left. that one certainly found the target. Oh!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight. You got him. Nice leg kick lands.
And both guys really throwing with authority.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick. Tough his opponent is, though. Still standing, still in their fight.
Oh, and there is the kick. That one checked by Lee.
Let's go.
I mean, he's cutting them down to size with these beautiful leg kicks. Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
And he landed the right hand there. There as it lands, and maybe time to get the bonus checks ready.
I mean, this fight is about done. He's got him hurt very bad with his head kick. Now he has to find one more strike to end the night. Oh, nice jab. Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
Timing his shots nicely here, champ.
He's doing a great job of mixing everything up and using a lot of diverse strikes.
Oh, beautiful jab there. It's one thing to have length. Of course, it's another to use it effectively. Beautiful job with that jab.
You got to check these low leg kicks.
Well done to block that powerful kick to the body. Just missing on the counter there. Lee gets absolutely melted by that head kick.
Really limit the mobility of your opponent with those leg kicks. Big punch lands through the middle. Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks.
Lands the right hand. 15 seconds.
Look at the whip action that comes from him throwing that kick.
Right hand upstairs. 5 minutes in the books. All right, so a huge round for him there. That head kick probably would have had me out for good. The guy survives to see another round.
Yeah, but he'll go back to that. It landed so perfectly. He set it up great. He did a great job of mixing up the target early, going up high, and getting the desired result.
All right, round two.
Over and over, landed a big body kick.
Oh, that right hand is on point.
He has a commitment to kicking tonight, and it shows. Head kick.
Now a kick to the body.
He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks.
Whoa!
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. Oh! Good punch.
Oh, do you believe it? Another head kick lands. Got to start raising that guard or this is going to be the end of the fight.
You got to start raising the guard and guiding that head kick down back towards your feet. You cannot take him clean and you cannot take him on one arm.
Well, he's got the longer reach and he certainly showed it there in landing that straight punch.
There's no give on that leg kick.
punches right there, boy. Wow. It was good night if that landed.
Lee gets caught with that punch. Don't be afraid to get that head off the center line. Misses with the right hand. Ooh, blocks the shot.
Pick it up. Oh! Didn't like that left hand.
He's got him hurt here. So a much different approach for him here in this second round. He was a little bit tentative in round one, a little bit of a feeling out process. Now he has clearly found his rhythm, found the range. We'll see if he can continue with more activity here in round two.
Big leg kick land. Nice punch there.
Let's get some offense. Let's get going.
Trying to kick the leg out.
Look at him working at trying to shut the liver down.
Right idea, wrong execution. The counter right is no good. Starting to do some really significant damage to the body here. Another strike lands there.
It's very tricky when he throws that body kick.
Well, fortunate that one didn't land to the head. The hook shot blocked by Lee.
Punch over the top.
And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Lunges forward with a left there.
Big kick lands.
Oh, nice job there to land the knee strike to the body, again making great use of his length in this matchup. Punch is blocked. Oh, he just keeps landing one devastating head kick after the next. Can you explain to me how his opponent is still standing? Unbelievable, the toughness on the other side.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
Lee gets up, but he looks dazed, he looks confused.
Look at him drive his shin into his opponent's body with that body kick.
30 seconds to go in round two. Oh, big roundhouse attempt, but unable to land. Man, looks like he's trying to set records here, landing all of these strikes. He is aggressive to a fault, and really has been all night long as he continues to pour it on. Got to be careful here, though, not to gas out. Oh, that's a good strike there by Lee.
Leg kick.
Right, no more strikes.
Right, so a big round for him there, maybe even a 10-8. There was a big knockdown in there, courtesy of the kick. DC, talk us through it.
He found his spot. I mean, he knew that there was a weakness. He found the spot. He recognized an opportunity to go and chase down that head kick. He threw it, it landed, and he almost got the finish.
You ready? You ready? Let's go.
Oh, nice connection there with a punch, DC.
Great time to land that punch. Yes, they hurt him in the last round. Same exact one.
How about that shin?
Right under the elbow. Body kick land.
Just missing on the high kick there. Pretty good job staying patient as he lands the counter strike there. Strong will by Lee.
Nice strike.
And the body work really starting to take its toll here. Obvious redness on that right side. responds with a right hand. Just out of range with that right hook. Working out of that southpaw stance. Oh, and yet another knee finds the target. So a huge moment here. Now we'll see if he can follow up. Oh!
Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him.
Well, we wondered earlier why there weren't as many body strikes. He's making up for lost time here. Shot to the body connects, and that bears watching. That's going to hurt this opponent.
Real quick leg kick.
Hands up for me. Come on now. Let's move. Let's reconfirm.
Whoa! And just like that, the fight is over.
He's done. He's done.
A near-perfect strike to end the fight and end the night for his opponent, who candidly may not have even seen that shot coming. So just the way he drew it up, exactly what he told us during fight week, played out here on fight night. He found a little opening in his opponent's defense and barged right through it to get the big knockout win. So a huge